Oh, yeah. What's up, guys? How's it going? And a very happy final day of the week, Thursday evening, Friday morning, or Friday afternoon, regardless of where you may be on this wonderful world of planet Earth. Geophat75 is back again for the final night of the week, and it's All Night Racer Thursday. We're going to see if we can get 3 heats in, if we get enough players. So good to see you. Welcome in, and hope you all are doing awesome tonight. Max is here. Welcome in, Max. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight. Okay, that's good. You know, we could go with a little starter video tonight. So let's hold on. Let me check this one out real quick. See what you got for us. Down with a little starter video action here tonight. Let's head over to the game zone and see what we got for this one. First things first, let's go ahead and pause the music real quick so we could see this one up in full action. Elevator recognition.
What's the buttons?
Oh no, they installed voice recognition technology in this lift. I heard about this.
Voice recognition technology? In a lift? In Scotland? You ever tried voice recognition technology?
No.
They don't do Scottish accents.
11.
Could you please repeat that?
11!
11. 11.
11!
Could you please repeat that?
11.
Whose idea was this? You need to try an American accent. 11. 11.
That sounds Irish, no American.
What, doesn't it? 11.
Where in America is that? Dublin?
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?
Try an English accent, right? 11. 11.
You for the same part of England as Dick Van Dyke?
Listen, yours then, smart ass.
Please speak slowly and clearly.
Smart ass.
11.
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat that?
11. If you don't understand the lingo, away back came to your own country.
Ooh, is that talk now, is it? Away back to your own country?
Oh, don't start, Mr. Bleeding Heart. How can you be racist to a lift?
Please speak slowly and clearly.
11. 11. 11. 11.
You're just saying it the same way.
I want to keep saying it until I understand Scottish, all right? 11. 11.
11.
11.
11.
11.
I'll just take us anywhere, you cow. Just open the doors.
This is a voice-activated elevator. Please state which floor you would like to go to in a clear and calm manner.
Calm. Calm. Where's that coming from? Why is it telling people to be calm?
Because they knew they'd be selling this to Scottish people who'd be going off for nuts at it.
You have not selected a floor.
Aye, we have. 11.
If you would like to get out of the elevator without selecting a floor, simply say, "Open the doors, please."
Please? Please? Suck my wally.
Maybe we should just say please.
I'm not begging that for nothing.
Open the doors, please.
Please? Pathetic.
Please remain calm.
Oh, God! What do you want up tonight? Get him up there. Hey, just wait for it to speak.
You have not selected a floor.
Ah, mules, you cow! You don't let us through these doors. I'm going to come to America. I'm going to find whatever desperate actress gave you a voice, and I'm going to go in an electric chair for you.
Scotland, you bastard!
Scotland!
Scotland!
Scotland! Freedom! Freedom!
Good stuff, Max.
Hello, everybody.
That's great. What is that? Sarcasmaholics, huh? I have not seen them. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. 11. 11. 11. All right, let's go. Dick Van Dyke. Oh, what's up, Rufio? Freedom! Scotland! Practice races till we get 6, guys. Let's go. Ooh, Zenith is here. Is that you, Heavenly Zenith? It is. You changed your name. Changed your name. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good tonight. Now we know your new name. We're underway. Practice races till we get 6, guys, and we're going to go until we either get 3 heats done or until about 9:45, 10 o'clock runs around, and then we will call it for the evening. FYI, that is in about 2 hours. So in the meantime, we'll see how you guys can get going on these practice races. Rufio, nice job. Holds on there. It's a tough one to hold on to. That's going to get Rufio the win, I think. Yeah, it was probably one of those Americans that didn't know that New Zealand was different from Australia. I used to think that Americans were bad at geography, Max. And then I met the younger generation, and I realized they're really bad at geography. Really bad. It's like, have you ever looked at a freaking map? Have you ever looked at a globe? What's wrong with you? Pay attention in school. You'll be lurking, so you'll probably miss some races. No worries, Rufio. I think you got the gold on this one. You're doing really well. Here's Zenith making a big long jump. Oosh. Max off the edge. Man, a lot of subjects weren't my thing either, but you know, you gotta learn them anyway. You gotta at least get a C to pass. You gotta be able to tell me what continent Egypt is in. Name the 7 continents. Name the, is it 4 oceans, Max? 4 oceans? 4 oceans. 7 continents, 4 oceans. Look at that cone stuck to the front of my car like that. That's really annoying. I wish I knew now what I knew then. You know, isn't that like a... Wouldn't that be a superpower? You could go back in time. And like when the teacher says, okay, you got to name all the planets for your science project. You say, yeah, there's 8 planets. They're like, oh, no, Geo. There's 9 planets. And I'm like, no, there's not. There's 8. I'm like, okay, name them. And I name them, and they'd be like, you forgot Pluto. And I'd be like, aha! Aha! That is our contention. Pluto is not a planet. And here is my scientific reasoning. And then they would say, how many continents are there? I'd say, there's 8 continents. And they say, no, there's 7. I'd say, there's 8. And she'd be like, name them. I name them all. And then I'd say, Zealandia. And they would be, and she'd be like, that's not a continent. I'd be like, aha! Zealandia is its own landmass. It is on its own plate tectonics. It does technically qualify as a submerged continent. Yes. She'd be like, show me your scientific proof of that. And I'd be like, here you are. Note the differences in ecology between Australia and New Zealand. It is not part of Australia. It is its own continent. What's up, Neko? Whoa, what is going on there? Look at that. That's a real mashup right there. Trapped in between, underneath the ramp. And who's going to get through the best? Rufio is. Nice job by Rufio. Good landing. Max right behind Rufio. And then it's Zenith. Running into the side here. Ooh, I like this song. It's pretty foreboding sounding. What is this? It's called The Art of War. War! The Art of War. Plague, famine, death, and war. The art of it. Rufio rolling up here, trying to catch up to Max. Oof. Right on top. Teetering. And Zenith gets through. Smashing and crashing through that one and off the edge. So Max and Rufio back in first and second. Rufio's going to avoid picking up a cone, and now Neko Chiba in the mix. Max is slowed down. Oh, and a mashup, crash up right there. And Rufio and Max are going to get through. And Max will survive it and take it. The cone goes tumbling, bumbling down. Look at that cone. And Zenith to bring it home. There you have it. Next practice race coming up. All right, 4 racers in. And ready to go. Let's start the countdown. Get yourselves in if you haven't gotten in already. Smash, crash, bash, Max, Rufio. Max and Rufio up and forward through. Rufio, whoa, look at that. Oh, almost got a perfect landing there. He's going to get stuck. So it will be Max, I think, at first. Nope, Rufio actually will get the better end of that after getting reset. And if he gets a good landing here, it's going to be even better, and it looks great. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a great landing. Not a terrible landing from Max either. And Zenith still in the rear. Max crashes into some debris, but does survive it. Rufio runs into an obstacle here. Max gonna squeeze through. So he's gonna catch up. Let's see how they go. Ooh, look at that. Nice maneuver there by Rufio. He got back on track. Can he hold on and stay on track, though? No. Maybe. Yes, he does. He actually does. Okay. So Rufio now right behind Max. And passes Max. What a nice duel here. Oh, and a double pit maneuver. They both wipe out. Max gets T-boned, and they're both going to get reset. Could this open the door for Zenith? Probably not, I would say. That is a very difficult car to win with, that tractor. You kind of just play it for the memes. It is probably the weakest car in all of Marbles. Or Extreme Racer. And Rufio's got it. Cruising in his sedan, up and over and through. Nicely done. Nicely done and well played. Good races all around. There was a massive trebuchet called Warwolf. Warwolf, huh? The largest trebuchet ever made is created in Scotland by order of King First of Edward during the siege of Stirling Castle in 1304. It's part of the Wars of Scottish Independence. Wow. Pretty crazy, man. What a ridiculous weapon, dude. The trebuchet. Think about that. Think about being on the Think about being in a castle and your enemy has the castle surrounded and they pull out trebuchets and you just start seeing these massive stones being flung through the air at incredible speeds. You know, for its time, you gotta give it credit. The trebuchet was a ridiculous siege engine. Frickin' amazing in its frickin' ability. I don't know. I'd love to see one in action. I think they should recreate one and do videos of it. Like destroying shit. Like just build a whole bunch of brick walls and just see how bad the trebuchet can smash through them. The weapon that I didn't understand is the ballista. What was the point of a ballista? Nice tight pack here of racers. Nekochiba moving into second. Now into first. And then going off the edge and skipping over the wall. So it's going to be Max and Zenith in first. Speeding down the speedway. Burning and surging is Max. He's off the side. He's heading forward. He avoids the obstacle. Nekochiba moving up in second place. And then wipes out. Does get back on track. Max is way out in front though. And where is Zenith? There's Zenith actually closing in on Max here. So this one not exactly over yet. See, the cornering ability of that tractor is impeccable. If it can just maintain control is the only problem. And there's the boost. And the boost sent Zenith way up in the air. That was some bad luck right there. Instead of going forward, Zenith went over the edge. And then another boost. And now, who knows where Zenith is? Zenith actually crossed the line there. That was crazy. How did Zenith double boost like that? I didn't even know that was possible. Is that a special ability of the tractor? Keep those practice races going, guys. Double boosting is possible. Is it possible with any car or just the tractor? Any car, huh? Okay. All right, looks good. Here we go. Countdown ticking. Time is going. Welcome in, Rufio. And we're underway. Zenith is forward and through, runs into the side here, so it's going to get reset. Rufio trying to climb the ramp. And successfully does so. tries to round the roundabout as well, and it's going to have to get reset. So is that going to let Max into position? Here he comes. Indeed it will, I think. Max is caught up to Rufio and just barely gets in front of him. Rufio with a nice jump and landing right there, though, and gets right back into second place. My car in the way. But Rufio won't mind too much as long as he isn't stopped. Zenith around this one, staying in first place, Rufio in second. He skips and holds on. Max is riding the rails in third. He's trying to move up. Rufio does a good job avoiding those speed bumps there, and he's going to get up and forward and through. Rufio currently in second place. Max still right behind, though. And your 1, 2, and 3 are in. Zenith, Rufio, and Max. Well played, guys. Everyone welcome to jump into this one if you'd like to. We're going on to the next race. We're just pumping these practice races out one after the other. The official races will begin once we have 6 racers. Tunes aren't too bad. I like the 80s beat of this one. Totally sounds like an 80s song. Starting the countdown, let's go. Nice maneuver by Max. Rufio. Zenith. Rufio rolling up, trying to catch up to Max. Max is running into some problems here, and so is Rufio, so not quite out of the woods yet are all these racers. Rufio gets reset by my car, and these two are going to be in first place as they make their way down. There's Zenith right behind. Ooh, off the edge goes Zenith. These two dueling it out once more. Ooh, and Max pulls off the pit maneuver and sends Rufio into the wall. reset here. How far is he going to get forward on this one? Is he going to get all the way through? Yes, he will. That actually worked out pretty good for Rufio as he gets into first place. Kind of a good time to get reset down below. Temporary immunity from obstacles. Max behind. And that is a pretty big straightaway right there. But yeah, Rufio's way out in front. So Max going for the silver. Zenith in third. Rufio's already got the gold pretty much. No reason to look at it. There he is, already through. And there he goes, crossing the finish line, in for this one. Well played. Nicely done on that one, guys. Let's keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Exclamation mark race in the chat to get yourselves in. Four racers in now. Or three racers. Ooh, Max surging through. And he's picked up a cone. Oh, right into the obstacle and knocked off the edge by the obstacle. Ouch. Neko cartwheeling her way, maintaining position in first. Max gets in on her tail. Nearly spins out, but holds on here. And another cone for Max. Wow, he cannot put these cones down tonight. He likes big cones, and he cannot lie. And he finally gets rid of it. Zenith moving up right behind. And spins out. So Neko in first, Max in second, Heavenly Zenith creeping in third. But it's a good portion back there. And Neko Chiba has a sizable lead on Max. So I think this is how it's going to end right now. Unless Neko Chiba runs into a problem. And this obstacle could be that problem. And, oh, I thought she was going to make it through that. It's not meant to be. So she recovers from it. Now if Max can mitigate it, he does for the most part. So he did pick up some time there on Neko. There's the final stretch. Max gets into first. Crosses the line. Takes the gold. Neko with the silver. And Zenith moving up for the bronze. Ugh. Punished by that obstacle there. It's rough. Oh, the humanity. Do you know where that line originated from, Max? Yeah, it was, dude. I had heard of it. I've heard that line. We all have, but exactly. It was the burning of the what was the name of that thing? The Hindenburg? The Hindenburg. When it caught fire. Yikes. Max, Neko, and Heavenly Zenith.
We both flew down from Chicago yesterday.
Damn. I'm trying to find it.
These scenes were filmed by Pathé News cameraman William Deek, and you're about to see the pictures he got when the ship exploded. Those aboard leaping for life from a flaming inferno. The
That's
actual
terrible.
crash of the Hindenburg. An airship destroyed in less than...
Crazy, man. The thing was a floating bomb, dude. The thing was a floating bomb.
Rushing to the rescue, the heroes of the tragedy dash in, heedless of danger, to help the injured to safety, while others, beyond help, perish in the flames.
Damn. Frickin' vicious, man. The Hindenburg disaster. What year was that? 1935? 1936? Frickin' crazy. There we go. 1937. Wow. It had a swastika on the tail, the Hindenburg. Yeah, I believe it. That was the new symbol of Germany. I wonder how they came up with that symbol. Like, why didn't they just continue using the German flag? Guess they wanted something to differentiate themselves. Be like, yo, this is the new Germany, fools. Except they didn't say it like that. Can you imagine? Yeah, we're Nazis, fools. This is the new Germany, fools. We're here to take this country by storm, fools. That'd be funny. Zenith in first place. They're inspired by the Romans. Ah, makes sense. Did Rome have a flag? Were flags around then? What was the Roman flag? How come you never see that anymore? Or any empire. Did the Greek Empire have a flag? SPQR? I don't even know what that means, Max. You have to link a picture of it. And on some Roman currency, right? It was all in Latin. That's the language that they spoke, right? Latin. Man, the weather really got chilly for a little bit here. You know how you could tell when your hands get cold for no reason? You're like, yep, okay, I know it's starting to go down in temperature now. Plus, you get sleepier earlier. You gotta turn on the heater in the room a little bit. Gotta do some more driving tomorrow. Gotta go down to downtown Los Angeles for a doctor's appointment. Because I used to live down there, remember? the rat house I used to live in. Well, it's messed up to call it the rat house. It became the rat house. It is no longer the rat house. And when I was living there, it wasn't the rat house. Now it is just the house I no longer reside in. Well, anyway, when I was living there, I was obviously had all my doctors and stuff down there, and I've never changed my doctors. I have to call my insurance and maybe consider doing that. It's probably a good idea. That way I don't have to drive down there. Frickin' downtown LA is a lot of traffic. Not my favorite place to go. Try and blast in and blast out, but we'll see. Light Symphony Zenith, currently in first place. Max in second. Nekachiba in third with a cone. What flavor ice cream cone are you eating, Nekachiba? I want some, what kind of ice cream do I want? I would like some rainbow sherbet. That's what I would like, rainbow sherbet. And not the one that has pineapple, for hell's sake. I want the lime, orange, and raspberry. Not like I hate pineapple or anything, but like, what's pineapple doing in rainbow sherbet? That's not, what is this, a palate cleanser? No, it's supposed to be a good raspberry dessert. Get it in there, give me that raspberry. No raspberry, or no lime. Actually, they don't put lime. Gotta have the lime. Gotta have it. I only really know of one place that has it. That's Rite Aid. Jerry's Thrifty brand ice cream. To this day, I don't know if you guys have Thrifty brand in Australia, New Zealand. I don't even know if you guys have a rainbow sherbet in Australia, New Zealand. Do you guys even have that? Because you guys have some stuff that I've never heard of. Like Nekochiba was telling me about something called meringue. And I was like, I never heard of meringue. But it sounds really good. Meringue is made with egg whites and sugar, and then you can flavor it with things if you want to, but it's not required. I would say you could make meringue with vanilla, sugar, egg whites, and then just bake it like that. Done. Easy peasy. You got a picture? Let's see it, Max. Oh, that's the Roman symbol? So it wasn't a flag, it was just a symbol, huh? Pretty cool. In that picture, Max, were Roman ornamental armor sets that colorful with the red and the gold like that? Because that's pretty cool. One Blue, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good tonight. 4 racers in the queue. Let's go ahead and start the countdown for this practice race. We're going to keep on going until we get 6. Once we have 6, we have the magic number to make these races official. My car doesn't count, so currently have 4. Did they use trebuchets back in Roman times? Or is that a more modern invention of warfare? Nekochiba, 1 blue. Ooh. And Max. Right into the obstacle right there. So Nekochiba and 1 blue are going to get reset right through. And there they go, on their way. More obstacles in their way. They bypass the majority of them. 1 blue gets through all of them. And then smashes right down the center into the wall. Nekochiba will get through and speed around these obstacles pretty nicely. So does Max. And 1 blue. The arm and cup style catapults. Okay. Crazy. Crazy the amount of tension that they could figure out how to build. They wouldn't even use springs, would they? They didn't have springs back then. The spring was not invented yet. So just all with pulleys, they were somehow able to create tension. Nekochiba is going to take a flying leap forward towards the victory, and she gets it. Max is in. One blue. Gonna get reset. And here comes Zenith. All right, and that one comes to a close. Why is one blue taking so long to get through? Jeez, wow, that is crazy. Tough to get through that one. I did not like that last song that was playing. That was called Distant Planet. I like this one. This is my favorite one so far. The Art of War. We're going to listen to that one again. This one. This is a good song. It builds up pretty powerfully. The Art of War. Good luck, guys. Four racers in. Anybody else want to get in? Make it 5, make it 6, make it official. Doesn't look like it. All right, we're starting the countdown. Good luck, guys. Let's go. Max tumbled out of the way. One blue in first. Nekochiba moving up nicely. Nice vehicle effects for one blue. The king with the stars on the Jeep. Nekochiba currently in second. Zenith and Max in third. Both going to get wiped out and reset at just about the same time. Nekochiba trying to get around my car being extra pesky though. And sends Nekochiba off of the edge. See if that's going to be a problem, though. Next tube being reset right now. Ended up just about in the same position where she was at. That's a pretty long straightaway right there with one blue on the way. Neko passing through. Max catching up. Yeah, that's the best song on that list. Okay, let's switch playlists. Let's switch playlists to this. There we go. Down goes Neko, seeking out one blue. Max, Zenith. You guys can get the hang of where you're at on the screen. There's the finish line. And one blue's got it handily crossing. Getting forward for the win. Nekrochiva moving up for the silver. And got it. Good job, Neko. All right, there it is. All right, let's keep going, guys. Keep on going. 6 racers needed to make the races official. In the meantime, go ahead and jump in. We will do practice races until that becomes a thing. Exclamation mark race in the chat will get you in this one. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. All right, let's start the countdown. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Man, I guess I wasn't the only one that was sleepy tonight. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to stream tonight. And I'm like, nah, I definitely got to stream. But if we can't get 6, we'll be ending at about 9:30. I think the dream of 3 heats tonight is long since faded. But we'll see. We can get at least one in. Forward to getting some good rest tonight, to be honest. Ooh, look at that. Smash up, crash up, bash up, mash up. Nakachiba somehow, some way maintains position in first place after all that. Gets back on track. Good job, Nakachiba. Zenith in second. One Blue in third. And Max in the mix. Nice acceleration on that Jeep. Wow. And running off the edge into all kinds of obstacles. I did, Neko. I went to bed early and I slept all the way till like 10 a.m. and I'm still sleepy. It wasn't because I was drinking too much yesterday either. I was not feeling good for other reasons, not mentally. I was just physically. I have this like pain in my arm, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I just wanted to be like, I'm gonna sleep it off and see. Hopefully it gets better. Today it's a little better. Definitely gonna talk to. It's not the reason I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, but while I'm there, I'm gonna be like, hey yo, you know, fix this. All right, there we go. Let's keep going. Good job, guys. Yeah, fix it. Fix this. Fix this right here. I think it's fortunately is something that can be fixed. I'll have to make an appointment. I'll be like, hey, yo, I need an appointment to do this. And they'll be like, okay. And I'll be like, yeah, can you make it over there, though? Because I don't want to have to drive all the way back to downtown LA. So that's what I'm going to say and hope it works out. All right, we'll do 3 more races for the night, guys. For the practice races. Actually, wait a minute. No, we still have 45 minutes. We can do a few more. We can do a few more. Nice maneuver there for One Blue. Wow, right underneath the bridge. But then gets stuck there. That crazy tractor has really good acceleration though, and is going to get a good leap, tumble, bumble, stumble, and rumble off the road though. Still in first place though. And there they go. Max and Zenith currently in first and second. Still got to give the edge to match Max though. That tractor is squirrely beyond all repair, but that time the tractor sends Max off the edge, so it's Nekochiba that moves into second. Passing and getting into first. is Neko Chiba in the orange juice mobile. That's something you don't really see anymore, orange juice. Do you know of anybody that still drinks orange juice? Did you know that orange juice used to be one of the major drinks of the 1980s? Like, everybody would drink orange juice. Nowadays, like, I think the orange juice consumption rate has fallen by like some crazy number. Like 1,800% less people drink orange juice. Do you really, Neko? Wow, that's crazy. I don't know of anybody that still drinks orange juice. I used to be so big into juice when I was a kid. Orange juice, cranberry juice, grape juice, ruby red grapefruit juice. I used to love that. Apple juice. All those juices. I was a juice head. And then it was revealed to us that juice is actually not so good for you. You could post a photo of your juice. Post your juice, Neko. Post your juice. En español es jugo de naranja. Jugo de naranja para desayuno. Huevos rancheros. Wait, what's the what is the Spanish or the Mexican breakfast called that has eggs? Not huevos rancheros. It's called huevos. I can't remember the name. It's eggs, refried beans, chorizo, and tortillas. I forgot the name of it. Is it huevos rancheros? What's up, Beth? Good to see you, Beth. What'd you say? You said, well, I think you should caveat what you mean. Like it's hard on your teeth. Yeah, I think juice is still nutritious, just in certain amounts. Yeah, you're probably right, Beth. It's the sugar content is the thing. You know, I talk all the time about like how like us Gen Xers, when we were growing up, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who are Gen Xers remember, like, you know, a normal breakfast for us was a big bowl of like sugary cereal, a glass of orange juice, a side of toast. That's like carb, and all sugar, and like there's no protein at all in any of that, except for whatever fortified fake protein they were putting in it to get the label right. I don't know. It's just so divergent from what we're told is good for you nowadays, you know? I remember my aunt who was a nutritionist, and she was taught, you know, non-fat milk only, non-fat milk. And you can eat cookies with your non-fat milk. It's like, nowadays, that's like 2 doubly bad things for you. So, I don't know. You posted your juice and pics to share? Neko just posted her juice. Hails, yeah. Yeah, you did. All right, Neko. Dang, look at that. You got some Bundy orange juice. Look at that. I can't believe it. Wait a minute. That's not orange juice. What flavor is that on the right? Orange and mango and orange and passion fruit. Oh, man. That's crazy talk. Okay, look, if I had to pick one of those, I would take the orange and mango, but still. I don't really want either of them. What's up, Brew? Sounds good, man. Thanks for joining in and saying hello. Hope you're doing good tonight. Both taste amazing. I don't know. Doesn't passion fruit taste a little bit too flowery? Are smoothies still popular? Yeah, I guess they are, Beth. I don't know. I've not been to a Jamba Juice in a long time. I didn't know those were still popular. But I guess they are. Or Robex juice. You remember all those? Robex juice, Jamba Juice. You know what my favorite juice is? Have you ever had an Orange Julius? You can still get that. Did you know that Dairy Queen bought out Orange Julius? And you have to go to a Dairy Queen now, and you got an Orange Julius there. And apparently, it's super easy to make, and it's a total, like, you can make it at home. But I don't know. It's just, I remember, it's flashbacks for me, like going to the mall, getting an Orange Julius and wandering around. Isn't it just orange juice with cream? No, it's got, you gotta look it up. There's a recipe for it. But it's ice, it's orange juice, and it's water, and it's egg white, and it's sugar, I think. They put more sugar in it. I think. Dude, the simpler times is right, Beth. I don't know. Did you grow up in Southern California, Beth? With I know you're friends with Barb. Did you meet him online, or did you grow up down here in Southern California with him? Like, those were such simple times. Going to the Northridge Mall. I bet Barb remembers that. It was such the place. That and the Galleria. Look at that. One blue just pinning poor Zenith to the ground. And then getting through. But they were simple times. What else did they have at the mall? How about Mrs. Fields cookies? You remember Mrs. Fields cookies? Or hot dog on a stick. That was another one. Hot dog on a stick. You live here now, but you're not originally from Cali. Okay. One blue, Zenith, and Necco. Your gold, silver, and bronze. I'm trying to think of some of those other stores. I remember, you know what store I used to like going to was Popcorn Palace. Does anybody remember Popcorn Palace? And I'm sure they had versions of Popcorn Palace all around where it was just popcorn coated with different candy, like coatings, or like different like toppings. Popcorn Palace. I think the most latest iteration of it is called Popcornopolis. Those still are around. Orange Julius, of course. One that I always wanted to go to, but I never went to, was called A&W Root Beer Restaurant. The restaurant was called A&W. So apparently you go there, you get a burger, fries, and a root beer. Another old one, Foster's Freeze, served root beer floats. There was a pretzel place There's two pretzel places. There's Auntie Anne's and there's Wetzel Pretzels, but I think there was another pretzel place as well. You've had flavored popcorn? Oh man, Beth, it was crazy. Like they had like grape popcorn and lemon popcorn and all these flavors. And you would, all it was popcorn, and they just like poured like this candy like coating on the outside, and then it would just harden, and they just scoop it up and give it to you. Just like caramel corn, except it was flavored. What's up, JR? Welcome in. Thank you for the hydration. I actually gotta grab my drink. Thank you for that. We're talking about old snack and eateries. Okay, here's another drink from the past that I don't know if you remember. Do you remember slush puppies? Slush puppies. I think they were called slush puppies. So it was kind of like a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, except the ice crystals in it were bigger. Like the size, they were the size of like a tiny BB. And it was just water, sugar, and these tiny pieces of ice. But there was a lot of ice, right? And then you would have these like squirt bottles, and you would squirt the flavoring into them and mix them with a straw and eat them and drink it, right? You know, chew on the ice, you know, kind of like almost like a snow cone slush thing. But they were really good. And I remember I went to this one place, and they had all the like the squirt bottles there, and it said, oh, put 2 squirts in. I'm like, I'm not putting 2 squirts in. I want extra flavor. I'm putting 5 squirts in. I put 5 squirts in. That thing was so sour. My tongue was like blue for like 4 hours afterwards with artificial sweetener and coloring. It was great. You do remember slush puppies? Yeah. I'm glad you remember that. That's such a flashback, isn't it? No. That, you know what, JR? I know what you're talking about. The polar bear mascot was for something called Ices. I-C-E-E. Ices. And I still remember Ices because Ices, you would either have two main choices of flavors. You either got white cherry or blue raspberry were your 2 choices for Ices. And it was a polar bear, and he had kind of like a sweater on with like an I or a S on his thing. Okay, the slush puppy mascot, if you look him up, it was kind of like a cartoon dog, and he was licking his lips. They were licking his chops, and he had a beanie on. What do they call those beanies that have the like puff ball on top? He was wearing one of those, and that was Slush Puppy. You can get those still. You got to look for them, but they're really rare. But you can still get slush puppies somewhere. What's up, Flashdo? Welcome in. And yeah, JR, good memory. Of course, the most popular frozen drink of that type is the 7-Eleven Slurpee, right? Because everyone knows Slurpees. But Ices and slush puppies were the other 2. I'm going to look it up right now, see if I can find a picture. Here it is. It's called Chili the Dog. Here he is. Let me get a pic for you. Oh my god. Here it is, dude. Unbelievable. Check this out. There they are, dude. A tale of 2 slushies. Icy Bear and Slush Puppy. There they are. You were right. That is... I knew he had a sweater on. I didn't remember him, like, snowboarding on that. But there's the cartoon dog. Have you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Do you guys know these drinks? These mascots? They were total 1980s mascots, and they were like, I could really go for a slush puppy right now. Those were really good. And I went to this one place, and they did a spin on it. They took the slush puppy, and they mixed it with soft serve, and they called it a whip. See, it was half soft serve and half slush puppy. It was pretty wild. Icy is sold at Burger King. Oh, okay, cool, Flash Dough. But not where you are, they don't? They have their own slushy thing. Yeah, we gotta see if you can find out where to buy slush puppies now. There's a gas station area that still sells slush puppies. You gotta get one. You gotta get one, JR. That's such a throwback drink. Another throwback drink that's it still exists now and again is Orange Bang, Horchata Bang, and Colada Bang. Have you seen those? Pina Colada Bang, Orange Bang. Those are pretty tasty as well. So just to let you know what it tastes like. It tastes like kind of like an Orange Julius, the Orange Bang. That is slightly less frosty, more liquidy. Still has good flavor, but yeah, the Orange Julius still tastes better, but you know, it's not bad. Oh, JR picks up the cone. Zenith in first. Max moves into second. Flash Dough. Oh, smashed and crashed from behind. And Flash Dough is going to be moving up in second. Max in first. Zenith getting reset into second. Neko Chiba gets around Flash Dough into third. And the rest of the pack is moving up on this final stretch here. Off the edge. There's the finish line. Max has got it. Neko Chiba's in the mix. It's going to come down to these two. Who's going to get it? Neko Chiba or Max? I think Max has got it. Yes, he does. Well done and well played. Nicely done. Gravis! What's up, Gravis? Good to see you, man. Oh, Tang, man. Now that's a flashback right there. Tang. You know what? I drank Tang fairly recently, though. That's another thing I would put way too much in. I'd get a cup and it would say, put in 2 tablespoons of Tang and fill it with water. I'd be like, nah, I'm not putting 2 tablespoons. Let me put in 5 tablespoons. Make it extra flavor. Freaking get high when you like drink that much Tang. You loved Tang as a kid. You tried it recently and it's gross. I still like it, Flash Dough. If I like just for pure flavor, like I'm not going to drink it nowadays because it's just too much sugar. I got to watch my sugar, but I mean, all of us should be watching our sugar, even if you're perfectly healthy, right? But once in a while, if you really want to indulge in like something like that sugary, it's kind of hard to sell yourself on Tang when you could think of like other things you could eat that are really sugary or drink. It's like, okay, I'm going to cheat today. I could have like a major sugary thing. What should it be? Tang? Nah, probably not. Yeah, the throat sting's what gets you though, Flash Dough. You gotta have that throat sting. It's part of it. Good to see you, Gravis. Thanks for coming in. Hope you and the family are doing good. Great to see you. Happy 2026 to you. And let me know if you're getting back into some Elite Dangerous, Gravis. I just actually reinstalled it, and I've been playing a couple days. I actually did a full stream of it last Tuesday. I don't know. I've been mainly into survival games these days. Also been looking for a new MMORPG to play. Project Gorgon is in full release now. It's a really good MMORPG. It's just you got to get past the old school graphics, but aside from that, it's really good. Let's go ahead and start the countdown. Good luck, guys. Nekachiba in as well. JR, you say you used to love Kool-Aid as a kid, but today you don't think they're the same. Sort of like the bug juice drinks. I drank so much Kool-Aid when I was a kid, JR. But you know what kind I would drink? I would drink the sugar-free. Because the old Kool-Aid packs, you had to get a pitcher with water, you had to measure the sugar and put it in, and then you had to put the drink mix in. The sugar-free, it was just 2 quarts of water, 1 packet, mix it done. And the tropical punch, like I didn't care. I was like, Kool-Aid is Kool-Aid. I'm gonna drink it. I don't care if it's sugar-free or not. It didn't even faze me. Oh yeah, sugar-free Kool-Aid's in the pack. 2 liter per packet. And I remember every summer that would be my main drink. I would just drink that. And my mom and dad didn't care. They were like, yeah, sure, go ahead, drink it. It's cheap, you know? Because it was like 25, 50 cents for an entire packet for 2 liters, you know? Compared to soda, which was at the time was like, what? Just about $2 a 2 liter. How much is soda now per 2 liters? Anybody know? It's probably like $4 or $5 a 2 liter now. I have no idea. But I don't think people aren't drinking as much soda nowadays. And this is what got us started on this whole conversation is we were talking about how people don't drink juice as much as they used to. Like I drank a lot of juice. A lot of juice. A lot of juice, a lot of Kool-Aid. Because I didn't really care for water, so I just drank juice and Kool-Aid, sugar-free Kool-Aid. Nowadays, I need to drink more water. I don't think I drink enough, but I drink sparkling water, like, you know, when I can get a good discount on it. Seltzer water or Pellegrino, or I have a soda stream, a Ninja version, but yeah, nonetheless. And you just activate it, it makes you a cup of sparkling water, and that's pretty good to drink as a soda substitute. That's my thing too, Flash Note. Yeah, it's the sugar. What's up, Primus? Don't talk to you about the juice. Let me tell you something about the juice. The real juice. Damn, Gravis took first place. Nicely done, guys. You can't go a day in winter without water. It's like coldness makes you thirsty. You don't know what it is, but the summer is soda. Interesting. So you go summer, you go soda, and you go winter, you go water. And JR, you say, no, they basically drink energy drinks. They aren't that good for them. Yeah, I know. Energy drinks are frickin'... No. I was drinking energy drinks for a while. But if I can like admit something, full disclosure, the only reason why I drank energy drinks like Red Bull is because Red Bull and vodka is a really tasty drink. Until you drink too much of them and then you're unable to sleep for like 12 hours, and then you realize not to drink energy drinks anymore. I learned that the hard way, and I was like, okay, never again. So I don't drink energy drinks anymore. If I need a pick-me-up, I'll just have a cup of coffee, you know? It works better. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next race. Guys, everyone get in. If we get 6 in, the races are official. Races are official if we get 6 racers in. So join up, ! race in the chat. We haven't had an official race all night. And there it is, guys. There it is. We have 6 in. Very nicely done. And now, I do believe that means the races can officially begin. Let's go. Right, you guys, and yes, indeed it is racer time. Once again here on Geophat75. So hope you guys are ready to rock, ready to roll, and ready to make your way down the track. We are officially underway with this one, guys. We have 6 racers in. That means the races can now begin. Good luck to each and every one of you who's going to be racing with us tonight. And gold, silver, bronze, the first one to 8 will be tonight's winner. Let's get it going on here with race number 1. Let's go. Diabetic there as well, Gravis. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of people are, man. I avoided the diabetes, but you know what I had for a long time? I had high blood pressure for several years. And then I lost a lot of weight, and guess what? The high blood pressure went away. So, go figure. And I'm completely off my meds. I've actually cured myself of it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the healthiest person in the world, but I'm healthier than I was before, I think. All right, here's Zenith powering his way into first place. We'll go ahead and zoom out and see who's in second. It's Flashdoe. In third is Max, moving up, trying to get forward and get through. Up the ramp we go. Gravis currently in fourth. JR and Primus, everyone moving forward, trying to get forward and through on this one. Race number 1 underway. First place gold is worth 4. Second place silver is worth 2. Third place bronze is worth 1. And the first one to reach 8 points, combination of 2 golds, 4 silvers, 8 bronzes, or any combination thereof, will receive the victory point for the evening. Those victory points totaled on the right-hand side of the screen. As soon as you accumulate 3 of them, the season will reset, and you will receive a prize or a giveaway here on Geophat75. Flashdoe moving up nicely. And is way out in front. You can see how far in front Flashdoe is right now. The silver, a little bit more closer contention here. There's Primus and Gravis, and there's the finish line. Flashdoe's got the gold. So let's focus in on Primus and Gravis. We're going to try and get through. Gravis moving up and slams right into Primus, and here comes Max to try and steal as well. They're all going to get through. They're all going to try and hit forward on this one. Primus hits the boost. He runs right into my car, jumps up, jumps forward, jumps through for the silver. Nicely done by Primus and Gravis for the silver and bronze. And that is your 1, 2, and 3. Flash Dough, Primus, and Gravis. Let's go on to the next one. And everyone get yourselves in for this one. Once again, we still need 6 racers in, so everybody get yourselves in if you haven't gotten in already. We'll make it happen. Flash Dough, who's already at a gold, would be the winner with a second gold here tonight. Primus at 2, Gravis at 1 currently. See how this one goes on. 5 racers in, 1 more to make it official. There's Primus. We'll start the countdown. Good luck, one and all. Here we go. You can see who's currently got points on the season there. Looks like we got Kitty, Rufio, Mike, Potato, Diesel, Flash Dough, Max, and Mermaid, all at 1 point so far for season 85. Can you guys believe we've been doing this 85 seasons since we started way back in the day? Traditionally was only on marbles, and it used to be 5 victories needed, not 3. But I decided it might be a little bit too much, so I reduced it down to 3. Primus and Gravis smashing their way forward through this one, and they crush through the cones. Gravis, nice maneuvers there, and somehow he gets a nice turn there and bypasses that obstacle. Primus has got a cone stuck. Neko gives him a helpful boost from behind, but it isn't enough to jar that cone loose. So Primus is going to be stuck on that cone. Maybe this obstacle can help him. It sort of does, but then locks him in place. So it is now Gravis who's way out in front. Neko Chiba moving up to try and make a play for it. Neko Chiba gets a crazy jump and not quite the best landing, but definitely serviceable. Primus moving up as well, and we'll zoom out to see the rest of them. JR, Max, and Flash Dough making their way through. And Neko Chiba is actually caught up and passed Gravis for the moment. But Neko Chiba has picked up a piece of debris as well. You can see that stuck to her car right there. That's going to slow her down, and that means Gravis is going to resume the lead here. As soon as he gets back on track, he does. And Primus gets into second. Poor Neko stuck with that piece of debris there. He's going nowhere fast. Gravis, nice maneuver, fits right between the obstacles there. Primus moving up as well, and just like before, it's Gravis and Primus battling it out here for this time the gold and silver. Who's currently going for the bronze? Believe it or not, Neko Chiba still in third. Not for long though. There goes Max surging into position. He's going to squeeze on through. Let's go ahead and see how these 2 leaders are getting through up here. I think Primus has got it. He's down. He's forward. He's jumping. He's landing. And crossing the line to get in for the gold. Gravis with the silver. And Flash Dough with a nice maneuver. Heading forward for the bronze. Goes sideways off the edge. That opens the door for Neko Chiba. And she, no, was not able to get in. Runs right into the side. It's Max on the side squeezing through to bag the bronze on that one. That's your 1, 2, and 3. It's Primus, it's Gravis, and it's Max. Ugh. JR not going to be able to make it through, unfortunately. The Dogecoin in the background laughing at you. As it does. So Primus, Gravis, and Max, 1, 2, and 3. Let's go to the next one and see who's going to take this one down. Primus at 6, Flashdoe and Max at 4, Gravis at 3. Primus could win it with a silver. Flashdoe and Max could win it with a gold. Get yourselves in and find out who's going to take down the win on this one tonight. Welcome in, Beth. Hope you're doing great tonight. Starting the countdown. Now we got 7 racers in. Let's go. Good luck, guys. Here we are. All the racers trying to make their way forward. A couple of them going off the edge. In first place, it's Flashdoe in that retro-looking Jeep there, looking pretty good. JR currently in second, and flying over and landing above and beyond Flashdoe for a temporary moment there was Flashdoe. And look at Neko Chiba. Nice maneuver to get through. She's going to get reset and then gets T-boned by Flashdoe, and then Flashdoe is T-boned by Beth, who gets into first place. And everyone runs into problems right here. That's a rough symbol, and I think Neko Chiba just scored there. Believe it or not, she got over the hump, and that's basically all you could hope for. Oh, look at Gravis go. I think Gravis got through as well, so it's looking really good for both Neko Chiba and Gravis. The only two that were able to get over that hump. Neko Chiba way out in front with the gold. Gravis in second now, moving forward. JR is through. Flashdoe, Max, and the rest of the racers making their way forward. So here's Neko Chiba way out in front. Count how many seconds in front she is. Quite a few is the answer to that one. So Neko Chiba is going to be speeding her way forward towards the victory. Look how fast her car is going. I don't even know why her car is moving so fast, but you can pretty much say adios to that one. Gravis currently in second. Flashdoe in third. And here comes the rest of the racers. We will stay zoomed out for a bit. I'm not sure how many boosts you get per race, actually. I'm not sure how that works. Somebody knows the answer to that. I don't know if it's timed or if there's like how it works. There is Gravis in second, Neko Chiba on her way in first. Max in third. Nice jump there by Neko Chiba to remain on point with an excellent landing. Let's see how Gravis jumps here. Pretty good. No, off the edge he goes. So maybe Max can get through, and if he gets a really good jump here, he might have a chance to catch up to Gravis. We will see. get reset as well. So Neko Chiba's got it. She had it the whole way. And give it down to her. She's taking this one down. Gravis is forward with the silver. And he's got it. And Flashto or JR. Gotta be careful here on this turn and not go off the edge. So JR is gonna be in position to take it with the bronze. Max is behind and JR is through. Here 1, 2, and 3 is in. It's Neko Chiba, it's Gravis, and it's JR. All right, the scores are really tight looking now. We have Primus at 6, Gravis at 5, Flashto, Max, and Neko at 4, JR at 1. So there it is. I don't count myself because this is for you guys, basically. If I win, I can't really like give myself a prize, you know, JR? So I'm just racing to be in it for the gasoline. I'll show you how the gasoline works. If you, at the end of every race, you'll notice you on the scores, your account is acquiring a certain amount of gasoline. You can spend that gasoline here at streamracer.com and you can get different paint jobs, different cars, things of that nature. So I'm just racing for the gasoline just in case I want to buy something. That's how I got that cool cat paint job that I have. YouTube research seems to show there's a modernized slush puppies design popular in Canada, but classic design is rare and stopped being made in 2011. Sad. Okay, I want to, you know what might even be worth it? It might be worth buying a used slush puppy machine straight out. Somebody somewhere has got one. Wonder how much of a pain in the ass that is to fix. I used to love the slush puppies. There goes Max, rolling forward, powering down the pathway, and staying in first. Neko Chiba in second, Beth in third. JR was in the mix. He got spun around and caused a big crash up here, and Primus barely gets out of that, but he does. In third place now is Primus, trying to chase down Neko and Max. There's Neko, and here's Max. Nice maneuver by Max. That's a great drop and landing. And he's going to get forward and through on this one. Here comes Neko. Who's going to get into third place? So far, we got nobody coming in third, and is it Flashto? I think it's going to be Flashto. Yes, it is. So nice maneuver there by Flashto. Max is in first. Neko's in second. And way back here in third is Flashto, and Flashto's picked up a cone, so it lets JR move into third. But Max, with the maneuver here, is looking pretty solid. Ooh, that was a nice landing there by Neko, getting ahead of Max. What is that? That is unfortunate for Max. So Neko is going to jump into first place. Neko Chiba about to win it all right here Neko Chiba, take a victory jump. You are tonight's winner. Into the screen. With the golden victory, Neko double golds back-to-back, reaches 8 points, and is tonight's champion. Big congrats to Neko Chiba. Yeah, they are probably on Amazon. I'll have a slush puppy party at my house. You all are invited. Say that 5 times fast. Slush puppy party. 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 That needs to be a song. I don't know why it's not. Marble score. Let's go. Neko Chiba putting you in at the top. Bam. Added to the list, and now tied with the rest of the scoreboard with 1 point apiece. Neko Chiba, Kitty, Rufio, Mike, Potato, Diesel, Flashdo, Max, and Mermaid. Well done. All right, you guys. Much appreciation to each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here tonight. Hope you guys had fun doing a little bit of racing up in here. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for us for the evening. We'll be back on Monday, guys. Same cat time, same cat channel. I think Monday might be the day we're watching that art film. It's called A Perfect Year. So we're going to give that one a try. It's a Japanese art film. I put it off last week because I wanted to do a Valentine's Day movie this last Monday, and I did. So art film this coming Monday, guys. So if you want to get in for that one, feel free to come on by and we'll do it up. For now, guys, I'm going to let you go. We're going to send a raid over to Zelda's stream, and we're going to see what she's got going on in her channel. So thanks all for joining. I'll catch you guys all next time. Peace out and take it easy on the flip side.
Stop shooting Raptor.